Hi, welcome back to Yoga Fundamentals, week 2. So glad to see you again. So glad to see you last night. It was great to have everybody come back out and meet a couple new folks. But as we continue along this journey today, we're going to try to get strong. All right, so week 1 was all about getting comfortable, finding our place on the mat, and finding our breath, starting to learn to connect our breath with our movement. And that breath is just going to be a really powerful tool for us as we continue our yoga journey. But today, well, we're not going to forget about the breath. We still want to breathe, but we'll do a little bit less breath with movement and more about toning the muscles and working on the strength that we need to hold ourselves in our foundation and to hold ourselves, sustain ourselves through our practice. All right, so today your homework is going to be to get on all fours. You can do a little cat-cow like we did last time to warm up, but then we're going to start to tone our muscles, kind of draw everything into the midline of our body and work on table balance. Very fun. All right, so I'm going to scooch back. I'm going to find my place on the mat. I'm going to come into all fours, just like we did last week to start. Lining up the creases of the wrists, facing forward. The wrists just a little bit out in front of the shoulders, knees just a little bit back behind the hips. First things first, just settle. Soften. Welcome yourself to your mat. And then we'll get started. I'm going to take the right foot back, place it back behind me, and start to engage the muscles of the legs nice and strong. Take the opposite hand, the left hand out in front, make a line to the center, hug to the center, and then lift the leg up. Good. Keep trying to draw in. I'm going to exaggerate it now, like hugging towards the center line of the body, just isometrically. And yes, all the while breathing. And then we'll come back down. Hand down, leg down. We'll do side 2. Take the left foot back, tone the leg, tone the muscles. Take the right hand. Notice I'm making kind of like a fist as if I'm clawing the air or hugging in, giving a high five to the center here. On an inhale, lift up, and we'll settle. Even working the fingers, flaring the toes, every little bit helps. Hugging to the center of the body. And we can refine this more each week, but for today, it's just about finding those muscles, finding balance where we can, and not worrying too much about it when we can't. All right, take the left foot back. We'll do it again. Right hand forward. And that's just wrong. It was the right foot and the left hand. There we go. Got to not take it too seriously. Lift up, hug in, breathe. And you can stay right here, or you can bend the knee, a little more complicated, reach back for the foot, maybe pinky toe side of the foot. And then instead of just kind of losing your engagement here, fire it up a little bit. Push your hand into your foot, hold your foot strong with your hand, and even the foot on the floor is working, pushing into the floor and just expanding out. Holding the foot's optional. You can just practice the balance. That takes a lot of work too, a lot of concentration. Whew, we'll do the other side. Okay, now it's the left and the right. Drawing in, lifting up. The stronger the muscle is, the lighter it is to lift. We can kind of keep hugging, keep working the foot on the floor, flaring the toes for dramatic effect. Bend the knee, and then reach back. You might start on the big toe and work your way around to the pinky toe just to give your shoulders more of a chance to open. Push your foot into your hands. And then without boomeranging, come on out and down to the floor. Okay. You can stop there if you'd like. You could also take a little bit of a cat-cow action, almost to cleanse the palate. You can rest for a breath or two in child's, maybe stop the tape, or we'll just keep going. All right, start with the right foot back again. This time we're going to take the right hand forward, which means your left foot's really got to do a lot of work pushing down into the floor, either the top of the foot or turning the toe, whichever one. I'll do it both ways. I'm going to have to lean a little bit. Take your arm out, lift up, hug to the center. Now your center may have changed a bit now. You might be leaning a little bit more, so you've got to try to find some balance, letting everything work smoothly and evenly together. Place your hand down, place your leg down. Whew, the challenge is doing it and talking at the same time. Okay, take the other foot back. Again, top of the foot, or foot turned under. I'll do it this way this time. Lift your arm up, hug in, lift up. The good news is, if you fall out of it, there's not too far to fall. That's why I like working on hands and knees. And we'll go back down. All right, same thing applies. You can do a second version of it, a second round doing the same thing, or add on. So taking the foot back, taking the hand forward, finding steadiness on the ground. Now you might find you need a little bit more of a kickstand. So I'm going to turn my foot, I'm going to pivot more towards you. So it's going to give me a little bit of a kickstand action here. So when I lift up and I'm leaning back, I've got a little bit there. So you can do that, or just leave the foot where it was. And just like you did before, you can balance here, or you can bend your knee, reach back, push the hand into the foot into the hand, and extend. My left side of the body is working almost as hard as the right. They're really playing together. Okay. Leg back, leg forward. Practice the balance, play with the balance here. And then reach. Push the hand on the foot into the hand. Smile. And back. Back to hands and knees. Cleanse the palate with a little bit of cat-cow.